And Joe, did you ever have any encounters in some way, shape, or form with aliens? While you were
Yeah.
remote viewing, or while you were dreaming, or like something
No,
you can tell. You know.
I had an encounter my first tour as an intelligence officer well, I wasn't an officer then, I was a sergeant, but um since I graduated first in I had three courses I took up in Fort Devens, Massachusetts. I graduated first in the class in all three. So my reward was I was not on the block allocation that went to Vietnam. Instead, they held me back, and I had to ditch the uniforms and go and buy a bunch of civilian clothes. And in fact, hang on, I have a thing here. I'll show you what I looked like back then. Well, maybe not back then, but this is the kind of uniform I wore. I can see that.
Oh, is that you?
That's how I was. But
Wow.
it was in the Bahamas. I got assigned to a small little base on Eleuthera, which is the breadbasket for the Bahamas. That's where they grow all the food.
Hmm.
And it was an air base, but as an air base, it had one Air Force person, and that was the major that ran it. Almost everybody there was an engineer. William Bendix, RCA Victor, Pan American World Airways. They were all downrange engineers for tracking missiles or rocket launches out of Cape Canaveral. So that's where I was assigned, and it was a very small unit, 11 people, and we were called the downrange missile facility or something. I can't remember now, but we basically were our cover was air sea rescue. We would rescue people on small yachts and things that would run aground and were sinking, um, and I actually facilitated the rescue of 7 people off a yacht that ran aground.
Wow.
What's interesting about it is when we rescued all 7 people on this boat and then took their fingerprints and sent them into the United States because, yeah, of course, all their passports were burned up on this yacht and ran around. But what's funny is they all came back on makes and warrants for Dade County in Florida. The yacht was stolen. The captain of the yacht had stolen it. His first mate was a criminal who'd robbed banks. There were 3 women on board. They were all prostitutes out of Miami Beach. It was turned in there. I rescued a bunch of crooks. They all thanked
Nice.
me profusely.
Give you a few
Uh,
favors for the
anyway,
rest of your life.
yeah, but we had another job too. It was an intelligence job. They went. The Bahamas were going independent from England, from the United Kingdom, and we offered help, and they said no, we don't need any help. We're fine. And on that island, which is 160 miles long, they had 3 police officers, none of them armed. They all wore red and white, red, white, and blue uniform with the pith helmet and carried a nightstick.
Hmm.
So uh, there was a possibility that uh, some others would try to take over the Bahamas and occupy it. So anyway, I was down there 18 months, and I did a lot of fishing, swimming, and diving, and not much of anything else.